I'm a independent filmmaker, actor, director, so much. I always wanted to be a part of the entertainment industry. I did modeling probably in the last year or so in the 90s. Quit that because it was too much politics behind it. So probably about 5 years ago, when the movement came back here to try to promote films and big budget films, I started getting involved with that. And then after that, then I traveled around here and there, California, Chicago, and different places, and I decided, like, well, you know what, us as black people, we really don't get an opportunity, to do different things, to try to get these lead man roles and all this and that. So I decided I'd start my own production company. And once I started my own production company, started, writing films, started just doing shorts, started, going around the city, just doing anything I could just to try to gain a name for myself. I did a bunch of different hip hop projects, some music videos, some ciphers. We got 5 episodes of the cipher. Did my first film, we got caught up in some stuff called Lucky, and my actors started getting too big, so so we still haven't completed that. I mean, we got basically everything out, but we can't put it out because once actors get too big, they start to even you might sign a release form, but things change when people start getting in the ears, talking and telling them different stuff, So we pretty much had to basically put that on the shelf until we work out all the red tape, excuse me. And then I started a second project. I just wanted to do something simple, a little short film called Cataclysm, where we shot the whole film basically in a day. It was a zombie movie where the end of the world came, and North Korea and Iraq got together and they dropped some kind of, nuclear weapon on the United States, and all these different stuff started to come about, and then after that, I got with a friend of mine who worked in, all my different projects, even the short films, even just little skits, and we decided that we wanted to do something a little bigger. We wanted to do an action movie, which the film I'm working on now, #1 contender. We're set to start filming, I believe, next week. It's an action movie about a guy whose brother get caught up in the Detroit underground with these Russian guys who basically he's involved in everything, can't pay his debt, so they end up taking him and forcing him to fight for his life. I don't want to be a filmmaker where I sit and people basically typecast me or stereotype me because I'm black, and they say, well, all you can make is hood movies. I'm not, I'm from the hood, I'm from Detroit all day, whatever, but, that's the problem with us. We lose our vision, we lose our imagination. That's why we get caught up and we only do what we see every day, instead of trying to step out and jump and step out of our comfort zone and do something different, do something that we always wanted to do. When we go through and we try to search for locations, people look at us like, are you serious? Like, nah, I don't really want your type of film. Like, what is my type of film? You haven't even heard the premise behind how my film yet, and you're already telling me no. But that type of stuff, the no's is motivation. I keep going. And we've been in this thing now. I've had my own production company for 3 years now. So, we're moving forward, we're getting it together, but it's still a struggle every day. I hate to keep saying it, but because I'm black, people look at me, like I say, put me in a box and say that I'm going, is somebody going to end up dead? Is somebody, white people or whoever, different genres make films where it's a lot of violence. Every film I make will not be violent. Today I might make this action film where it's martial arts, different forms of martial arts. But if this person makes it, then it's, you praise it. But if I make it, something wrong with me, or, well, you selling out or this. I have different from all, from people in the city, people in the hood, people here. They look at me a little differently, But it's fine. Me personally, I have to get in touch with who I am and decide that I'm gonna do what I want to do. I've worked the 9-to-5 jobs, this, that, and the other, and at some point, we need to start showing people that you got to live your dream. You know, you got to do what it is that you want to do, you know, because God gave us all ability, you know, to and insight to know, like, okay, well, let me step out and let me try what I want to try, whether it work or not. I mean, at least you won't come back 10, 15 years down the road and say, well, I wish I would have did this, I wish I would have did that, you know. And that's how a lot of us, you know, what I deal with on a daily basis, where people look at me, why do you want to do that? Because I chose to, because I want to. You know, I mean, well, how you know it's gonna work? I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but why not try? You know, so.